Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to today's vlog. I am doing very exciting things today, including possibly seeing Blake Lively in real life. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm ready to go. I'm actually staying in a hotel in central London tonight with my friend Casey because we're going to the It Ends With Us movie premiere, which is so exciting. I'm about to leave and I'm actually going out for lunch when I first get to Central with my friends Ro and Brooke and JC because we're planning Brooke's panel, which is happening on Saturday. I don't know if I think I talked about it in the last vlog, but my friend Brooke's hosting this like self-love event and me and Ro are talking at it with JC. So we're going for lunch today to like plan what we're gonna say and like everything about the event. And then this evening I have to get ready and we're going to a movie premiere, a red carpet. I can never believe when I get invited to these things. I'm like, did they invite the wrong person? Like, is there someone else called Grace Hustia that they think I am and it's not me, because I don't know how I'm invited. Also, I'm debating whether to go to lunch with my hair and my curlers. I feel like that is embarrassing, but I want my hair to look really good at the premiere. I don't know. But anyway, I've got a suitcase. I'm about to eat a little snack before I leave. I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm always in a rush, you guys know me. Even when I have loads of time to get ready, I'm still in a rush. So I will see you guys when I get to London and go for lunch. But yeah, so exciting. I found Ro on the train. I still look crazy. We're just googling who's in It Ends With Us premiere. Premiere movie.
I can't find him. It's going to really annoy me.
I don't really recognise him. I don't know. What have you watched of it in?
Why does he look so familiar?
I don't know.
Tell me who this is. Wait,
Blake Lively unfollowed him. I don't recognise him.
I want to know who. I'm going to go on his IMDb.
I don't know. Anyway, we're on the way to lunch. I need to take my hair out at some point. I'm going to look crazy. I'm at Nando's. I found Brooke and JC and Ro. You already in the vlog.
Wait, does that mean that you're going to get the event in there? He isn't a thing to himself.
It was on the spot Q&A.
Oh my god.
It was just me. I can, like, at least we can bounce off each other.
That's the thing, exactly. Like, the idea is obviously I'm going to like, ask these questions I've just shown you, but you know, that's not like a guide. Like, no, you guys go for it.
Hello guys, random interlude from future me. I did not get any more clips the rest of this day, even though I was intending to vlog the whole premiere. I stayed the night in London, went to the premiere. I basically got run over, which sounds so dramatic. Do not worry about me. It was not as dramatic as that sounds. Basically, me and Casey got ready for the premiere. As you saw, I went to Nando's with the guys for the panel. Then I met up with Casey and went to the hotel. We got ready for the premiere. We were quite stressed, so I wasn't really vlogging. And then when we were ready, we went to get a cab, and basically, as I was trying to get into the cab, a cyclist came, which they weren't meant to be like going that way. They were like undertaking the taxi, and they ran me over, and I was on the floor. The taxi man's wing mirror came off because the bike guy went into the wing mirror. Basically, it was just very embarrassing, you know, like when if someone gets hit by a car but then they're fine and then they have to just get up. That's basically what happened to me, but with a bike. And luckily my white dress was actually not too like bad. Like I had a few little tiny cuts and bruises, but I was honestly fine. So we still went to the premiere and I was very shaken up, so I did not vlog. Even the next day I was still shaken up. And then so now I'm just going to add in to this vlog the footage of the actual event that we were planning at Nando's, which is the self-love event I did with Brooke. So I'm going to mix those the two vlogs I filmed together, because obviously I did not get enough content at the premiere to make a whole vlog out of it. So I thought I would just add it into this vlog about the panel event. So yeah, that's basically what I got up to after having my Nando's. And then on Saturday I went to the event with Brooke and JC and Ro, so I'm going to add in those clips here to me going to the self-love event. Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to today's vlog. I'm about to go and leave because I'm doing something very exciting today, which is my friend Brooke is hosting a like self-love event, and me and Ro and JC are going to talk at it. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm really scared. I've just got ready. I'm wearing my like Tala kind of Skims dupe dress. just done my hair and makeup. I'm so nervous right now. I'm about to leave for the train station, so I thought I'd bring you guys with me. It's basically like a sort of panel and like a meet and greet event, and I'm just terrified, but it's gonna be good, it's gonna be fun. So gonna go to the train station and go to the event, and I will catch you guys up when I get there.
But if you sit there, then you'll be in it. But,
yeah, I want to backseat that seat.
Hey everyone! Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Honestly, like, it's so surreal seeing everyone in real life. Like, it's all come to life just how I wanted and more, and I'm so happy to see you all in person. Also joined by my gorgeous girlies, which I'm really excited. We're going to do the panel now. I've got some questions that I've kind of like put together, but there'll also be a chance for you guys to ask questions if you fancy. But yeah, so I hope everyone's feeling okay. I know a lot of us were nervous, but I think we were all a bit nervous as well, but it's very normal, we're all in the same boat, so yeah, I hope we can all just breathe now and just enjoy, so yeah, thank you. But yeah, thank you girlies so much for doing this today. Like, I feel like you're the perfect people to be doing this. But yeah, I feel like, you know, considering the topic of the event is like self-love, I assume most people in this room have probably maybe struggled at some point with something to do with self-love and their confidence and all things related, and so I think it's so nice to just get everybody together in one room and just all relate and know that we're not alone, and you know, there really is light at the end of the tunnel, just like what you said, right, because it is so true. But yeah, so you're happy to jump into the questions, and if the mic works, then we can go into that in a second.
Hello.
Well, are you happy to start, JC? Okay. So, I know obviously from your introduction, did you briefly mention that you've had your own struggles and everything?
Yeah.
Which I think is first of all like really brave to share on social media and share, like, you know, the mental health side of it and everything, because they are so insightful. And I know you spoke the other day about all your videos and how like incredible they are.
Thank you so much.
But I just wondered if there was a turning point in your journey where you decided something needed to change, and how like you have to get better, like you knew, okay, that's it, I'm not kind of living like this anymore, something needs to happen.
Yeah, so there was actually a very like specific day in my life that literally changed everything for me. It was just after lockdown. It was my sister's birthday, and we went out to celebrate that, just me and her, and we went for food and we had drinks, and on that day I had like told myself that I'd got full permission to eat whatever I want, which I'd never done. Well, for the years that I struggled, I hadn't ever done that before, and the amount that I realised I was restricting myself was unbelievable. Like, I literally ate everything in sight, which on the day as well felt amazing, and at the end of that day I just thought, what have I done? Like, I've literally completely ruined my relationship with my health, with food, and with my sister. Like, when I was speaking to her on her birthday and we were just laughing and having so much fun, and I realised like I was such an empty shell of myself before, so it was literally that evening that I thought, I'm done. Like, I've literally wasted so much of my life now. I've ruined relationships, I've dug myself in this deep hole, and I need to get out of it. So it was literally on that day where I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I actually really relate to that, because I feel like I kind of did a very similar thing where like I just then gave myself full permission to just kind of eat anything and everything that I craved, and of course that doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay, but you know, just giving yourself that full permission, like, it's so freeing to be like, oh wait, I actually am allowed to eat that food if I want it and when I want it, and I don't have to kind of track everything and let it hold me back, because since allowing myself that kind of full permission, have I now realised how much like life and memories and amazingness that comes from just eating what you truly want to. So I do feel like I fully relate to that. How do you make sure you truly prioritise yourself in a world where we feel like we should always look a certain way and always be doing more?
This is something that I feel like maybe in the past year I've gotten better at, to be honest. Like, especially because social media does just bombard you with the productivity content, the like, oh, I'm going on a like casual marathon on a Sunday, and it's like, I can't do that. Like, throughout my recovery, kind of similar to you, I just did not exercise, like straight up didn't, and I saw people online like going for runs, and I'm like, you know, that's none of my business, you do you. But that's the thing, it's none of my business. If I make what everyone else is doing my business, and I take that upon myself, and I'm constantly like they're living their life like this, I'm going to feel like I have to live that way. So now when I see content that doesn't align with the way I live or isn't something I can do, I'm like, okay, works for them, it doesn't work for me. Like, I can't do a 5 a.m. morning routine. Like, my boyfriend can barely get me up in the morning. And like, you know, people aren't posting about that. People aren't posting their boyfriends being like, get out of bed, and then being like, no. Like, you're not seeing that. But actually that's what a lot of people are like. Like, just because 1% of people are influencers and are posting these productivity routines doesn't mean that that is how you have to be. Like, I live a perfectly happy, healthy, like, full life, and sometimes my washing is sat in the machine for a good few days. Like, so what? I'm happy and I'm thriving, and I don't need to be like dead perfect just like all these people online, because that is never going to work for me, and I'll be miserable if I try to.
Yeah, and I think if anything that is way more normal than these 5 a.m. productivity routines where they're taking like all these vitamins and their greens, which is like slay for them, like you go, but also like that is overwhelming as hell. Like, there's no way I can get up every day and do that and like it just be easy and make me feel great. If anything, I'd be going to bed having like anxiety, like feeling like, oh my god, I've got all this to do in the morning. But I think having social media, I don't know about you guys, but I'm literally stuck to my phone all the time, and I'm like, put the goddamn phone down. But it's like so addictive because these people make really aesthetic videos, and like you just want to keep looking at them, and you're like, oh god, well if they could do it, they seem really happy, so it must make all of us happy. But like, we are literally our individual people, and we absolutely don't need to be doing what the next person is doing. And it just blows my mind that like for so long did I feel like I had to do that, like, oh okay, that's productive, that's what I need to do, that's the best way to be, but it's also so productive to rest, and it's so productive to, you know, have compassion for yourself and prioritize yourself. And that will look different for everybody. Maybe that is going on a run, maybe it's ordering a Domino's and watching a film, and like it's going to be so different for everybody. So I think that's just really important to remember. So yeah, I guess we kind of said the similar thing there. Yeah, so if we move on to Grace. So again, obviously we all share our self-love journey, so I thought it would be good to discuss that a bit more in depth. And I just wondered, what advice would you give to someone that struggles with their confidence?
I think confidence is...
Yeah, I do that, that's a good idea.
Confidence can be so hard, and I think it's something I still struggle with. Like, I've always been a shy person. Like, when I walk into a party with people I don't know, I'm like, oh my god, like even today walking in, me and Ro were so nervous to like walk in here, and obviously you guys are all so nice and lovely, but we were so scared. And I think something about confidence that I always tell myself is just fake it till you make it. It's what I always do if I'm walking into a party or walking into my local Wetherspoons on a night out or something. I just think, okay, what would a confident person do right now? And the thing about confidence is no one knows if you're actually faking it in your head or not.
Yeah.
So just walk in there if you can, super confident, thinking, I look great, I look cute, everyone's going to be nice, it's all going to be good, and then no one else in the room knows if you're faking it or not.
Yeah.
And then over time, hopefully, if you get used to acting like a confident person, then hopefully you will eventually become a confident person, which I think is something that all of us are still working on.
Yeah.
As I said, we're scared to walk in here today, but I think, yeah, just kind of over time, faking it till you make it, and then hopefully over time you'll become more confident.
Yeah, no, I think that's so true, because nobody would literally ever know that you come in here and not feel like, you know, guns blazing, like I'm so confident today, I feel great, like I'm so ready, whatever. But like, I think we were all feeling a bit nervous, and that's so normal, and it's normal not to be like super confident. And it kind of goes back to what Ro was saying, like you don't have to be like the most confident person in the room, you don't have to feel like you love yourself at every point in your life, do you? Like, it's just accepting yourself and being like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna like try our best because that's all we can do, and then naturally will it just kind of be real, and it's like, oh wait, I'm not kind of faking it anymore.
Yeah.
I love that. So have you always struggled with body and food issues, or was there a moment something happened that started to change things for you?
So I think growing up I always was kind of aware of my body. Like, I remember being in like year 1 in school and like looking at all the girls' legs in assembly and being like aware of that. And I remember like boys in our class talking about arm hair and stuff like that, and I feel like a lot of people have had similar experiences. But yeah, I was always kind of aware of being insecure about my body and like not liking things. And I remember overhearing like family members I remember someone saying once like, oh, all the women in our family have big legs and big hips, and when that was like growing up in like early 2000s when you wanted to be, you know, as small as you could be, and that kind of triggered in me like, okay, well, if all the women in our family are very, like have big hips, I'm going to try and make them as small as possible. And that's kind of, yeah, something that definitely kind of made me very aware. But as I said, I was always kind of very aware growing up of like watching TV shows and yeah, hearing people at school talk about it, and especially like going into secondary school, I think I had my first iPhone and had Instagram and Tumblr, and none of that was kind of good for my mental health.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Because it's like the surroundings, the people we surround ourselves with, and the situations we can be in, and like simply by just simply existing, and everybody else is just, you know, talking whatever they're thinking, and then it can have such a detrimental effect on your mental health and your mindset for literally the rest of your life. And I think that's why it's so important to like think about what you say around people, because yeah, it might not affect you and might not cause you struggle, but you know, you could literally really, really dampen someone's like confidence and rain on their parade. And like, it's crazy that from such a young age was that a thing for you.
Yeah.
So that must have been a lot, like growing up feeling like your body is something you need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
So as you said, you share about having scoliosis and acne on social media. Have these things had an effect on your body confidence when growing up, and what was that like?
Yeah, so definitely. So for those of you that don't know, I have a back condition which makes your spine curved, and it can be like quite serious. And I was diagnosed when I was 11, I think. And growing up, as I said, even in primary school, I was very aware of my body, and then being diagnosed with something that basically means your body is a bit just deformed, did not help with my body confidence at all. And I don't know if any of you guys struggle with that, and I also was growing up with lots of acne. I had really bad skin when I was growing up, as did my sisters, and I had to go on like Roaccutane medication for my skin. And I think just already being an insecure child and then having all those things piled on top of me as well definitely did not help. And I'm still, like, the things that I went through when I was older, like eating issues and stuff, would definitely stem from those things that I had growing up. And yeah, I think it can definitely be so hard, especially growing up on social media and seeing like all the models that had perfect backs and like nice abs and stuff, and I obviously had this condition which meant I wouldn't look like that ever, and it was just hard to deal with. But I think now I've definitely come on the other side of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good to hear that you feel like you're coming out the other side. But I feel like, do you know what? All of these things make you you, and like that's so amazing. And like I love that you literally are like wear backless stuff all the time, and I'm like, as you should, like, you know, get it out. It's gorgeous because that like makes you you. And like I have my scars and stuff, and I think to begin with I was really worried about that. Yeah, like all these things. If you feel like you've got something different about you, it doesn't actually mean it's different, it just means you're normal because you're human and you have a body, and bodies scar or they have things that happen to them, and like there's nothing wrong with that. That is just your gorgeous bodies, and your bodies allow you to do everything, like be here right now and sit here and listen and watch and like enjoy things. And like I just feel so bad for past version of me, and I don't know if you feel like this about, you know, maybe feeling insecure about your scoliosis. It's like I always feel like, how dare I be so mean to my past self? Like, that body literally means I'm here now, like, happy and alive and enjoying my life. And I, like, was beating myself up for so long. So, yeah, it's so good to hear that you're coming out the other side of that, because there's definitely so much goodness to come from just letting that go. And it's gorgeous. So, do you have any favourite ways that you show love to yourself?
I think one way I like to kind of look at it, if I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling bad about myself, I try and like take myself out on like a date. Like literally imagine you're like going out with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or your best friend, and like think what would you do if you were having like a little girly day. So go out for dinner, take yourself out for dinner. I know that can be so scary. I feel like I'm so used to it now, like I always go to Nando's by myself all the time. And like go to the cinema, go see a movie, or run yourself a bath, and just think like what would you like someone to do for you right now. And if you don't have someone there to help you out with that, just be that person for yourself. Go run a bath, you know, put your favourite movie on, cook yourself a favourite dinner, and just spend time with yourself, because you are the person you're stuck with your whole life, and try and like be your own best friend and just be there for yourself and do all your favourite things. And it's not selfish to spend time doing stuff that you love. Like you said before, like having pizza is productive if it's resting your body and making your mental health better. So yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good one. Because also I feel like as much, like I am such an introverted extrovert, like I love being social, but then my social battery can literally just die, and it's so good having like your own time. But I love that. I definitely want to work on like doing more solo stuff, but it always feels like, no, if you're going out you should do it with someone, but like that's not the case, is it? Like so many of you guys have come here today and I'm like, oh my god, you guys are so brave, like I love it, like as you should. Okay, how do you deal with people around you bringing themselves down and talking badly about themselves?
I think that's such a hard one, and it's so sad, isn't it, to hear like one of your best friends talking bad about themselves. And I think it's really useful to remind people, I always say this on my videos that I post, you are not friends with your friends because of the way they look. Like, you wouldn't be like, this is my best friend, you're gonna love her because her figure's amazing. Like, you would never introduce someone that way. You might mention that she's pretty, but you're gonna mention she's funny, she's caring. And I think just reminding your friends, like, I don't care how you look. Like, if someone comes to dinner and they're like, sorry about how I look, like, I still do that all the time, but just reminding people, like, I don't care about your appearance, I'm friends with you, or I want to be on a date with you or hang out with you for so many other reasons that aren't anything to do with looks.
Yeah.
And yeah, just reminding people, if they are talking bad about themselves, just be like, okay, if you do feel bad about yourselves, it doesn't matter, you're still funny, you're still my best friend, you know, we still have all these memories, we can still have a laugh together, and yeah, your looks are the least interesting thing about you, which I think Jason said already.
Do you think social media plays a role in more and more girls struggling to love themselves? And do you have any ways you think we can protect ourselves from this and show ourselves love? That's quite a big one.
Yeah, I definitely think social media, it's one of the things that caused some of my struggles when I was a bit older. And like you guys said, there's a lot of like accounts saying you should be doing these marathons or like being super productive all the time. But I think one thing that you guys should realise is like all these influencers, a lot of them aren't doing runs every weekend. Like I think I saw a story about an influencer who was like faking her runs, and like there's everything on social media basically is fake. And yeah, seeing these people do these 5 a.m. morning routines, they probably filmed it at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and they're just saying they did it at 5 a.m. Like honestly, do not believe everything you see on social media. And the same with people posting their outfit pictures, they're probably edited, or if they're not edited, they're doing it in a nice angle. And like even I tend to film videos with makeup on just because it makes me feel better, but then I've been trying to film less with makeup on because I know that then people compare themselves. And same with like filters and stuff on social media. And yeah, just trying to remember that everything on social media is fake, and like I've seen it firsthand. People, you know, aren't always showing 100% obviously of their true life online. And I think what you can do to help yourself with that is blocking accounts, you know, pressing not interested if you see something triggering on TikTok, blocking out hashtags, you can do that. Or if you post yourself, you can like block certain words from your comments and things like that. And just making sure to follow positive accounts for these guys.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, that was amazing, and thank you to all three of you for being honestly so brave, because it is really intimidating, and like honestly it's just amazing to be so open about everything you've spoken about, so I really appreciate it, and I know you guys really appreciate it too. But yeah, thank you so much.
I'm making Brooke sit up with me because I'm really nervous. So, hi everyone, I'm Monica, I'm an NHS GP. I'm a personal trainer and also a content creator, very newly. And I'm kind of an advocate for all things wellness. So firstly, thanks Brooke for asking me to come on here. I feel like I'm trying to share my kind of journey online, but every time I see Brooke and her page, I feel like you just radiate this kind of positive and pure energy. So thank you so much, because I've already learned so much from you about loving myself. So Brooke's given me free rein, so I don't really know kind of what you guys want to hear. But I've kind of been through a journey of self-love and self-worth, kind of through my medical career. But I've also seen it from the other side, where my patients don't really prioritise self-love, or they don't have much kind of self-worth, and how that can affect their physical and their mental health.
I just want to say that, like, thank you so much for doing that talk, because I remember the first time I actually went to an event and you were having like a panel, weren't you, at the freestyle event, and I was genuinely sat there in awe of you, like, oh my goodness, she's amazing. Like, I feel like you are just so gentle and beautiful on the inside and out, and I feel so lucky and honoured that you came today to do that talk. And like she said at the start, like you really had free reign, so you know, kudos to you. You did honestly amazing, so thank you so much. Yeah, if you girlies want to come up, we can just finish off and do some questions if anybody has any.
We've just done our panel, it was really scary. Look how many people there are. I found, well, why is the lighting so bad? I found so tiny. Rowan and his friend, yeah, it's so tiny. It's such a cute little vlog camera. But I've done my talk, it was very scary. You did good. It was good. You did really good. And now we're just finishing up. Hello guys, it's me again, Future Grace. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really was so nervous at the event that I did not film too many clips. Obviously I filmed the talk, which is good, because I thought for you guys that like obviously live in a different country or couldn't get to London that day to attend the event, it would be nice for you to hear some of the answers from the talk. I didn't add them all in because I thought, I don't know if you guys wanted to see the whole thing because it was like an hour long, but I thought I would just add in a few questions so you guys could kind of get the vibes of what the event was like if you missed it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it was so random and that I had to stop vlogging halfway through because I got ran over. I still have a few bruises on my arm, I don't know if you can see, and a few cuts from being run over, but don't worry guys, I'm fine, and I will be back with you next week for a more normal video where hopefully things like that don't happen. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed. For anyone that is watching this that did come to the event on Saturday and came and said hi and was so lovely, I hope you're having a great week, and I hope everyone else watching out there is having a great week too. Special shout out to my friend Naomi, because I heard she has been watching these videos with her boyfriend on her TV, so I would like to give a special shout out to Naomi if she is watching to the end of the video. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well and I will see you in next week's video.